Dear students, I am Dr. Nidhi Sharma, Associate Professor Zoology, Government p.g. College, Jhalawar. Today I shall teach you something about the human reproduction and development. The human reproduction firstly involves certain hormones, the female hormones and the male hormones. The male hormones mainly responsible for the male reproductive system is the testosterone. The major function of the testosterone is sperm production and development of secondary sexual characteristics at puberty in males. The testosterone is secreted from the testes. The second reproductive hormone is the estrogen, which is secreted by the ovaries in the female, and its main function is egg production and to prepare uterus for the fertilized egg, and also for the development of secondary sexual characteristics in the females at puberty. Now, in this diagram, you can see the general organs which produce hormones in the body: the hypothalamus, the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, which is responsible for secretion of the hormone LH, luteinizing hormone, and follicle stimulating hormone FSH from the brain, which triggers the testes in the males and ovaries in the females to produce testosterone and estrogen respectively. The other diagrams of the hormone secreting organs are also shown in this figure: the thyroid gland, the parathyroid gland, the thymus, the adrenal glands, the pancreas, the ovary in female, and the testes in male. Now, the process of fertilization starts with the process of gametogenesis, that is, the generation of gametes. This process occurs in the gonads, ovaries in the females, and testes in the males. Gametogenesis takes place due to the division of cells in the germ tissue of the male or the female. This division is known as meiosis. Meiosis results in the production of gametes. Gametes are haploid cells from germ cells, which are diploid cells. Gametogenesis is further divided into spermatogenesis in males and oogenesis in females. Now we shall study about the spermatogenesis. Here as you can see in the diagram, spermatogenesis occurs in the testes in the seminiferous tubules, which results in the production of 4 sperms, which you can see with tails at the end of this diagram. Sperms mature in the epididymis and gain mobility. Their sperms are produced immediately after puberty. In the next page, you can see the epididymis, where the sperms are stored, the vas deferens, from where the sperms are conducted, the testes, and the coiled seminiferous tubules. A section of the seminiferous tubules has been cut, and you can see this cross section of the speminiferous tubules, which has been enlarged in this diagram. This diagram shows the germ cell, then the first spermatocyte, which is a diploid, then the second spermatocyte, which is haploid, then the spermatids are shown, which are tailless sperms. Then there are the spermatozoa, which develop a middle piece which consists mainly of mitochondria, a cap, which is an acrosomal cap secreted by the Golgi complex, and then the tail for movement of the sperms. Here, if you see this here, the germ cell is diploid, which is twice n in number. Then the first spermatocyte is also diploid. From diploid germ cells to first spermatocyte, mitosis, this division takes place. From the first spermatocyte to the second spermatocyte, meiosis first takes place, and from the diploid position the cells become haploid, and then the next meiosis second division takes place, and the haploid spermatocytes change to spermatids, and after a process called spermiogenesis, spermatids change into tailed sperms. As you can see in this diagram too. It is diploid, spermatogonium is diploid, mitotic division takes place producing large number of spermatogonia. Then differentiation and onset of meiosis 1 starts at this stage, second stage, and primary spermatocytes are in the prophase of meiosis 1 and they are still diploid, and then they undergo meiosis 1. After meiosis 1 is completed, secondary spermatocytes are developed which are haploid N as you can see. Then second meiotic division takes place and 4 haploid spermatids are formed which are called as early spermatids, and then spermatids get further differentiated with the help of nutrition from Sertoli cells. The sperms, final functional sperms are developed which are tailed, which have an acrosomal cap, which is a big nucleus containing haploid chromosomes, and a middle piece which is shown in brown color which has only mitochondria. Now, what is spermatogenesis? It is the sperm that contains lots of mitochondria, and these mitochondria are known as the powerhouse of the cell because the sperm has a long journey. They need a lot of energy, hence the need for lots of mitochondria. And you can see in this enlarged figure, this is the tail, the middle piece, it has mitochondria. Then you have got the neck, you've got the head, and you have got the acrosomal nucleus, and this red colored red colors depicts the acrosomal cap. In the next part, I shall tell you something more about the reproduction in mammals.